How's it going? Kind of late. 11:30. I guess it's not too late, but I gotta wake up early-ish tomorrow. So, thought I'd shoot another video. Here back in my room for once and shooting at night. I know the past few videos have been kind of during the day. I want to talk to you about what I'm learning here. Take a look at my notes. Might be hard to see. But I recently just bought back into Director's Cut. Not bought back in, but upgraded my plan for OMG, which is an SEO knowledge kind of university place. They have tons of really good information on there. And I'm not trying to sell you. It's just my take on it. So in this one, Mike Long is actually talking in assimilation. The class before that, Mike Long wasn't too involved. He didn't have his own course. But here he's coming out with this course called Red Carpet Conversion. So, and if you want to know what separates the rich and the poor, you can just think of it in a scenario based. So let's take an example of two groups of people, or actually not two groups of people, but like one island, and for example, 100 people get dropped off in this island. Well, what's realistically going to happen? If you think about it, they're not going to start killing each other because they're in survival mode. They all want to survive. And the best way to survive is in a group, right? So what are they going to do? Are they all going to go hunting? No. Some people need to, like meat and food is not the only thing you need. You need to find a place to have shelter. You need to find a place for how to drink. You need a little bit of clothing. And you need food as well, of course. So you need all these things. So in a society, in that kind of small village and scenario where that happens, the richest person on that island will be the one that provides the most value. So it might not be like right away because it has to be built. So if there's a guy just lying down under the shade of a tree every single day, he's not providing any value to the tribe or whatever, the small island village. But if there was one person who invented fishing nets and made a whole bunch and like basically traded them for value, that's what's going to make people rich. It's the perceived and the actual, and both are really important. Perceived is arguably more important in the beginning, but the actual value will easily catch up. And if your actual value doesn't match your perceived value, either way you have a problem. If your perceived value is greater than your actual value, then if that catches up, you could have possible repercussion. If your actual value is greater than your perceived value, then you're just underperforming. So how you do this is, you really want to get serious about this. It's switching on the seriousness switch. Meaning the thing that you do, how serious are you about it? If you're running an agency for SEO and you're just building a couple of links and not really, let's take another scenario. Say, and not SEO or anything, let's take a product like the iPhone, or no, let's take something even bigger, like the Rolls-Royce car. If, say for example, you spent 5 years and you built it, there's a saying that says, if you build it, they will come. But that's such bullshit. that's a really bullshit saying, because yes, you do want the quality, but you can't just build it and they will come. You have to build it and get it out there. If you built a Rolls Royce, maybe people would come. But the problem is that if you built the Rolls Royce, somebody else might have built it as well. And then who would do better? The person who actually puts in the effort to goes out there, posts on social media, goes to events, goes to all the biggest auto industry events, and gets people to have a trial ride in their Rolls Royce, and then and gets key decision makers and really high influence people into their car to test drive them, or a guy who's like, oh, I really don't want to do any, I'm just gonna go to the local newspaper and get it published. It's a really good car, so people will come. If you just did that, then it's clearly the one who put in all that effort is going to win. And what Mike also said or talked about was contextual clues versus what's said explicitly. And the contextual clues are something that's so much more important than what's said explicitly. And I think I'll have to revisit that because I actually don't fully understand that. But what I do think about that is you want to be winning with context. Doing the most important thing that will get you results, not just checking off boxes. So when you're in SEO, because I am, it's not about getting all the meta description, meta titles, image tags, image alt, H1, H2 tags, and having the perfect content. It really comes down to a few key parts that you want, and these key things you want to check those off, but it's not about getting the most boxes checked. And when you're looking at contextual clues, I'll have to look at that again because I actually don't understand that. So maybe I should do that now. Have a little bit less sleep and just go off coffee tomorrow. But the second point is nobody wants to be thought the fool. And this is really important because look, you just want to make sure that they had the best experience, and whatever they bought, whether it's a service or your product, you don't want their friends thinking that they're the fools, because if they do, they will never refer you. If you make it so that they think they're a really smart person, really cool person for buying into what you have for them, whether it's a service or whether it's a product, then they'll brag to everyone. Nobody wants to be thought the fool, and you need the three tenets to be basically blue chips, which means really good. The three tenets are the idea, the salesperson, and the CEO. All of those need to be extremely good, because idea is what's being sold. If you don't have a good salesperson, then that idea doesn't get out to people, and the CEO is basically where everything stops and starts. He's the decision maker. He gets the things going. So knowing that, you can proceed to the next thing, which is building your way to competence with diligence. So being diligent about it, really taking the time to understand what you offer, what you upsell, and how they tie together and how it benefits your client or customer. I'm saying client because it applies to me. And last but not least, the so fucking what test. And I think this is more to do with um, kind of really looking at like how your product, your offer, and the upsells apply to people if they take that into context. It just can't be random stuff like you can't promise them millions of dollars just by managing their social media. If you get them in the door through social media and you say that's all you need, and then upsell them with SEO and social media marketing and search engine marketing, then they're going to be like, what the heck? The upsells all came out of the blue. So in this way, you need to ruthlessly examine every building block that you have, and it needs to be relevant and it has to have a purpose for why it's there. We want the bricks that we have, the bricks we use to build our business, to pass a certain expectation and meet reality. So you want what you do, the expectations for what you do to meet the reality of what you do. So that's all what's in conversion. So hopefully I'll be able to explain it a little bit better. But until then, that's all I got. Bye.